Gethryn is the head prefect of Leicester's house in Beckford and is friends with Marriott, another prefect. Marriott's aunt has asked him to look after the son of a friend. Though the new boy, Wilson, proves to be capable of defending himself, Wilson becomes Marriott's fag, a junior student who performs errands for a senior student. Gethryn's aunt asked him to meet his uncle at the train station. Gethryn is surprised that his uncle, Farnie, is 4 years younger than him. Farnie is entering the school, having transferred between several schools, in each case because he was expelled or his father was dissatisfied with the school. The students in the upper 5th form are required to enter a poetry contest. And this year, the subject is the death of Dido. Lorimer, who is in the upper 5th, cannot write poetry, so his friend Pringle offers to write the poem for him. Against school rules, Farnie goes to a village to play billiards and loses money. He borrows £2 from Monk, a notorious troublemaker, who tells Farnie to pay him back £4 later. Monk is disappointed when Farnie does not become one of his cronies and demands his loan get repaid or he will reveal that Farnie broke bounds to play billiards. While Gethryn is playing for Beckford against the Marylebone Cricket Club, Farnie takes £4 out of Gethryn's charity collection box and leaves the money in Monk's study. Since Wilson sees Farnie in Gethryn's study and will probably realize later who took the money, Farnie decides to run away. He leaves a note for Gethryn and thinks he might as well take the other £6 in the box too. The match against the M.C. starts well for Beckford, who bat first during the lunch break. Gethryn sees Farnie's note. Gethryn believes he can catch up to Farnie on his bicycle and bring him back before the next innings. However, the match takes a bad turn for Beckford and the first innings soon ends. Since Gethryn cannot be found, Lorimer is brought in as a substitute fielder, but is not allowed to bowl. The team loses without Gethryn. Gethryn meanwhile encounters obstacles but finally brings back Farnie, who can only return £6. To protect his uncle, Gethryn refuses to explain why he left. Norris, the cricket captain, bars Gethryn from playing for the school team. Pringle visits Colonel Ashby, a family friend. The colonel shows him a book of poems containing a poem about the death of Dido. Pringle copies the poem and gives it to Lorimer, pretending he wrote it. Monk and his mob dislike Gethryn because Gethryn stopped them from bullying Wilson. 8 of them are in the cricket team for Leicester's and they refuse to play in the Inter-House Cricket Cup unless Gethryn resigns his captaincy of the house team. But Marriott and Rees advise Gethryn to get junior house members to play instead, including Wilson. Marriott suggests Gethryn focusing on improving their fielding, since Gethryn, Rees and Marriott can handle the batting and bowling. On the day Jeffson's plays against Leicester's, Norris, who is in Jeffson's, underestimates Leicester's and misses the match. After Leicester's wins, Norris realizes he acted much like Gethryn did with the M.C. match. He reinstates Gethryn in the school team, but is still unhappy that Gethryn will not explain his actions. Mr. Wells, a friend of the headmaster, selects Lorimer's poem as the prize winner. Mr. Lorry, the master of the 6th, recognizes the poem as his own. The headmaster questions Lorimer about this, and Lorimer then talks to Pringle, who reveals he copied the poem. They confess to the headmaster. The headmaster gives them a light punishment of 2 extra lessons, though this prevents them from playing in the cup for the schoolhouse. Leicester's defeats the schoolhouse and wins the cup. The winter term starts and the cricket season is over. But Leicester's has been united by their cricket cup victory and Monk leaving the school. Farnie has also been taken out of the school by his father, but repaid the £4 to Gethryn. Gethryn feels he can now tell Rees and Marriott what happened the day of the M.C. match. Wilson hears Gethryn's story and decides he should tell Norris. In a rugby match, Norris passes the ball to Gethryn, allowing him to make a dramatic score. He explains that Wilson told him the story and all is well between them again.